Free speech appears to be under attack on college campuses again, but perhaps not in the way you think. The Arizona Daily Sun reports here, lawsuit claims censorship as ASU caught up in Israel boycott controversy. So, an academic named Hatem Bazian, I'm probably mispronouncing that and I apologize, was invited to ASU to discuss the issue of Palestinian rights and the conflict in the Middle East. But he was told he has to sign an agreement beforehand where, he promises not to boycott Israel. So you have to basically agree to not support BDS in order to give your speech in the first place. Now, you might be like, whoa, really? That sounds weird. But believe it or not, there are 12 states that they've passed laws to crack down on BDS. In fact, in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, in order to get aid from the government, you had to sign an agreement saying you don't support BDS. Wow, that is specifically cracking down on certain types of political speech. That is 100% against the First Amendment. It's not even close. It's not even close. So CARE is now suing as a result of this. And in fact, Imran Siddiqui, who is somebody I follow on Twitter, who has a really funny Twitter feed, I think he was the one who brought the lawsuit. So good on him. It is a great move because that is bullshit that they're taking away this guy's free speech because he happens to support BDS. And like I described to you guys, in over 12 states, they've passed laws to crack down on BDS. Now, listen, I'm one of those people on the left who consistently speaks out in favor of free speech. So even when I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, if you're a kid at a college campus with pink hair, blue hair, and you want to shut down Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder, I disagree with you. I hate Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro. I despise them. I think they're wrong about almost everything. But they should have a right to speak, and you should stop trying to deplatform them. So I'm the first one to make that point. Take note of something now, though. Here you have a case where it's not just free speech on college campuses, but it also, now we're talking about the legal principle of free speech. So oftentimes when we talk about free speech, we're just talking about the idea behind it, the principle of it, but we're not talking about the legality of it. Now we're talking about an instance where there actually is the government trying to take away and suppress somebody's free speech. So this isn't just the college kids protesting and trying to deplatform somebody, which again, I disagree with, but this is the government saying, if you don't believe X, Y, and Z, then we're not going to let you speak. Whoa, so then this really is a First Amendment case through and through. Because it's the government saying you can't support BDS. What the fuck? So what if somebody wanted to boycott Iran or North Korea or Saudi Arabia? What about that? Well, they would be able to give a talk, and that's no problem. So only if you disagree with Israel, only if you want to boycott Israel so you get Palestinian rights. In that instance, oh my God. And you don't even have to agree with BDS to say this guy should have a right to speak. And that's the point, is that this is a literal First Amendment case. But go ahead. I want you guys to do a little homework here for me. Go find all the people on the right who consider themselves free speech warriors. Go find their segments discussing this. I'll wait. You're not going to find it. Because again, oftentimes the issue of free speech is used as a tactic. You don't really have many principled defenders of free speech out there. They exist, but there are not many of them. Because the hallmark of somebody who believes in free speech is if somebody defends people who they despise. I've done standalone segments defending Milo Yiannopoulos, even though I despise that guy. Because you got to be principled on free speech. You got to be principled. Hey, I hate this guy, but he should have a right to speak. It was when the riots were going on at Berkeley and shit. So here I am, somebody who's considered far left, defending somebody on the right. Go ahead. You go find the people who are on the right who yelp about free speech all the time. Go see if they defend the guy who's pro-Palestine, who's pro-BDS, who wants to give a speech at a school. Go see if there's any segments on the 12 states that pass laws to crack down on BDS, deeply against the First Amendment, the Constitution, freedom of speech, the legal principle of it. You're not going to find it because, again, they use it as a tactic. I believe in it in a principled way, which is why I defend it across the political spectrum. And I think it's a great thing that they're bringing a lawsuit over this. And I think it's an open and shut case, and they're going to win.